Hi, I'm Eric, and today we're going to meet an individual that supports every student in FCPS. Let's go and meet her. Today we are here with Susan Barber. She is our Student Activity Funds Coordinator, and she works at our central office. Susan, I know how busy you are, so I really appreciate your time. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good, good. So before you came to Frederick County Public Schools, you worked for a mortgage lender and you worked for the State Department in Delaware. And again, the majority of your career has then been spent here in Frederick County Public Schools.
Right.
And you've served in a couple of different roles. Can you talk to us about some of those roles before we start talking about your current role of service here?
Sure. So I began working at Frederick High School back in January of 1998. And I served in that position for 20 years as the administrative secretary. At the end of the 20 years, I was kind of leaning towards a different career path and just pursue something to advance professionally. And I took a position within the school administration office, and I supported two secondary directors and the director for school management.
Awesome. Now, fun fact, something you and I have in common. We started in public education in the same year.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I started in 98 as well.
Oh wow.
Pretty cool. It's amazing how quickly that time goes by.
Yeah, it has.
Awesome. So you were at Frederick High School for 20 years. Talk a little bit about what you did there.
Yeah. Serving as the school administrative secretary, I was responsible for managing the school's budget as well as student activity funds. I was involved with payroll, and I supported the principal and the administrative team.
That's a big help. I mean, it's an essential role within our schools. Now, you mentioned part of that time at Frederick High School, you worked with the student activity funds. And that's the role that you serve in now for the entire district.
Correct.
So at the school level, what does that look like when you're overseeing or helping to navigate and manage the student activities fund?
Sure. So I was responsible for collecting the funds, either from the students or staff, making deposits at the bank, issuing checks for any invoices that we had received, as well as making deposits at the bank, reconciling bank statements, and reporting to this department.
Yeah. So you're reporting to the department that one day you'd be working
Exactly.
with. Awesome. So you also said that a key role of that work at Frederick High School was supporting the principal. So as you know, I think supporting a principal and then moving centrally in our school leadership and administration department to then support directors seems like it was a nice transition for you.
It was. It was very helpful being at the school. It gave me the experience I needed to move to central office to support the directors, and I'm very appreciative of the experience and training I received at Frederick High School.
Awesome. And so since serving in those roles, you're now serving again as the Student Activity Funds Coordinator for the district. So you're supporting that work for each school within FCPS.
Correct.
Talk a little bit about what you do in the department in which you serve.
So I am responsible for overseeing the proper management of the student activity funds for all the schools. So it ends up being 70 total because we have, New Midway and Woodsboro split, but I'm responsible for assisting the secretaries, the school financial specialists, as well as some of our central office staff that use the accounting software.
Okay. And so what does it look like as far as the support that you provide? I'm going to go back to your days at Frederick High School serving in that role. What does it look like, the support that you provide those in our schools?
I think being at Frederick High School and having that experience working with student activity, I couldn't have done this position well without having that experience. I know what our secretaries deal with day to day. You have the phones ringing, the doors buzzing, the kids coming in, there's emergencies. And they're trying to do their job with all these other things going on. So I can relate to them. My goal is to be my best every day for them. I'm here to serve them and provide the best customer service I can.
Yeah, thank you for that. Our administrative assistants and executive assistants are phenomenal.
Absolutely.
They really keep things running smoothly.
They do. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. They're special people for sure.
Absolutely.
And I think it's important that you mentioned that having that experience allows you to better serve them now, support them now. Is there other aspects of your job that you want to share that you think is important for us to know about, and maybe we don't?
I don't know if a lot of people know this. I kind of find it interesting that, we do have our secretaries reconcile their bank statements every month, and there's certain requirements that they must meet, and they send their bank reconciliations into our office for my review. It's time consuming, and I must be meticulous with my work. We're looking at every report they submit, we're looking at bank statements, just to ensure that we are in compliance and that we are safeguarding our student activity funds.
Right. And I think that's it, because I was going to ask you, it's time consuming, but why do we do it?
Yeah.
And it is to make sure that we're compliant and that those funds are being spent appropriately.
Correct.
It's not our money.
Exactly.
So we would make sure that we're spending it appropriately. And we have to report out on all of that as well.
Yes, we do.
Can you talk about the auditing process? Because our budgets are audited regularly.
Right. Frederick County Public Schools had a contracted auditor that would go out to the schools to do audits. Thankfully, we gained a position in our department, which is the fiscal compliance officer, and she's able to go out to the schools more frequently than our contracted auditor did. And she's on it. She's doing a fabulous job, and making sure our schools are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Right, and have that support.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think it's important that you bringing that forth, because you think about all the things that are hitting our front office colleagues daily, and so sometimes things may get missed. So having somebody who's going in to check and bring those things forth is helpful. All of us need that support system.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Susan's work ethic, her diligence, and the support she provides our students and to the school system as a whole is remarkable. While Susan is the only Student Activity Funds coordinator, she mentioned how she works in tandem with others in the department, especially on day-to-day transactions of the Student Activities Fund. Susan shared how she has a fiduciary responsibility to protect our student funds and to make sure we are in compliance with applicable laws, regulations, policies, and procedures. She is making sure when students have fundraisers or when lab fees are collected, that the money is being spent appropriately and in accordance with regulations that we have to abide by. What Susan does on a daily basis is essential to Frederick County Public Schools. Why is your role essential to the work that we do here at Frederick County Public Schools?
Well, we'll go back to being in compliance. That's important. We need to be good stewards of the money that comes in, whether it would be, from our taxpayers or the students. It's our obligation, and it's what we need to do for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then my final question, and based off how you answer this, I may ask you another one. What do you love most about the work that you do?
Oh boy. Okay, so not many people know, but as a child, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. My journey didn't lead me in that direction, but here we are full circle, and I may not be teaching students, but I am teaching adults. And I love that part about my job. It brings me so much joy. I love interacting with our school secretaries, the school financial specialists. It brings me joy knowing that they're appreciative of what I do for them, and just the relationships that I've built along the way over the years, whether it would be my 20 years at Frederick High School, my time in school administration. I got to know more of our administrators that way. And so it makes it so much more easier and comfortable when I go out to the schools to do in-person trainings. I love it.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I think, thank you for sharing that, wanting to be an elementary school teacher. Paths go different routes, but you're still working in a school system and
absolutely.
supporting. I think the interesting thing is, the way I think about it is, you're supporting every single elementary school teacher in this district and their students because of the work that you do. I can't thank you enough, Susan, for taking, the time to talk to us today, sharing a little bit about what you do with those in your department and your office do every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I enjoyed being able to talk to Susan today and learn a little bit more about what she does in the financial reporting office. She's part of a larger department, Fiscal Services. And Susan, along with the members of the department, do a phenomenal job of making sure that the funds that we have in Frederick County Public Schools are being spent appropriately, that we're reporting them accurately, and that we're compliant. We couldn't do the work that we do without them. Although she and the members of her team may not be working directly with students each and every day, the work that they do impacts every student and staff member in our school district. The role they play is essential, and we appreciate having them as members of the team. Well, everyone, until next time, please continue to take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well.